Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for another anime review. Welcome once again, guys. This is going to be on the anime Reborn as a vending machine. I now wander the dungeon. Now, this is actually one that has been a part of my channel for years, I want to say now. Back when the light novel released, I think it was under, I think it was Yem Press, but before Yem Press, it was an online novel series that I believe it was J Novel who had it, and I had the privilege to read it. And then Yen Press eventually bought the rights for the physical distribution here in the United States. So then I received the light novel, or sorry, I bought the light novel because I had already reviewed it, and then I received the manga through Yen Press. I reviewed it, and then first impressions came out for this series, and now I'm here reviewing the anime after being able to read the light novel, being able to read the manga, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Before anything, guys, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. You guys can follow me on social media. In the description below, there's links there, so make sure you check all those out. So, this series is actually a very interesting series. It was one of the series that first came out back in 2016 or 17 when they were playing with the whole idea of reincarnating into an item instead of reincarnating into a person. Back when the isekai genre was being just overflowed with stories, people were just experimenting left and right, and this was one of them. It definitely got a lot of eyebrow raised, and even as the anime released, people hadn't heard of it, or some people hadn't heard of it yet, so even then people were very iffy about it. So we do follow the story of Boxo and Lamis. Both of these characters are going to be the main characters throughout the entire series. There is so many other characters that do come out, and I'll mention some, but for the most part, it's just Boxo and Lamis. Boxo is the person who is reincarnated. Light novel, anime, and the manga portray his death actually different in every single one. So I will say, you know, depends what source you read or see, is what you get. But essentially, he was defending a vending machine because he's obsessed with vending machines, and he got hit, and then he got reincarnated into a vending machine. Now from here, most of the sources kind of go together, but essentially frog beast things started attacking him, multiple of them, and he starts learning that he has a shield, so on and so forth. He's protected by Lamis, and then he protects Lamis all night from any attacking surroundings. Now Lamis eventually figures out that Boxo is smarter than what he seems, so she starts communicating with him, with basically giving him he can only say commands like a vending machine. So she figures out, let's say welcome is yes and goodbye is no, and we'll go from there. And there are more specific ones, but those are the ones that go with. So that's their communication throughout the entire time. Right in the beginning, it is kind of like hinted that there is a person in this world who has played with magical objects like Boxo, and could maybe possibility give him a voice for him to talk, which I thought that's the direction the anime was eventually going to go, and eventually he was going to be able to communicate. But no, it never gets to that point. Different things happen, but essentially it's not really a civilization growth anime because there's already a civilization, but he in the end really does help the civilization better itself. There is a point where a character Suori, who competes against another character who is the magic, person that deals with the objects. They're very competitive with like this competition of magic items. There's a whole instance there. Boxo is able to defend them. There's times where Boxo is taken into missions mainly for food because the warriors people really enjoy his food, but it ends up actually helping them fight the beast with his force field, as well as he eventually makes enough money that he levels up and he's able to transform into different types of vending machines, like a gasoline vending machine, balloon vending machine. There's a bunch of different vending machines that he turns into that at the end of the day, he ends up actually being very much useful in combat. There is a few scenes where it's really more of people trying to steal him, people trying to hurt him for what he is. They don't understand that he is actually an actual being, and they try to like rob the stuff from him. And he's like, dude, like, I can see you. You're trying to steal from me, right? So he defends himself. So every episode is kind of different. The last kind of arc in the series is them fighting a beast or a skeleton dude in a mission, and certain people get hurt, their heart stops, and he transforms into I don't even know the proper word, the thing that you put in the chest that electrifies people to restart their heart. I forgot what it's called, but that's what he transforms into, and he saves the lives of a main character in the story. So like I said, he is basically going left and right, is doing a lot of things. So that in a nutshell is a series. Doesn't really say much, but that's what it is. A few things that I liked about it. Obviously, the light novel, I read the first two volumes. First two volumes or first volume? I think it was the first two volumes of the light novel. It goes extremely slower. In fact, I feel like I only read like up to like 4 chapters. Him being a vending machine, figuring himself out, figuring out what he can do is almost like half of the first volume. And them arriving to the city, I believe, is either 3/4 or like at the end of the first volume. So in that comparison, there's just not like there's not enough story compared to what the anime went to. Another thing that I liked about it is that he definitely experimented with what is a vending machine and what he can do as a vending machine, and it does show it. They do a great job with it. I enjoy that the character of Lamis is also very much a character that she has some growth in her. She's seen as useless for what her power is, and then eventually she's seen as, oh wow, she is actually not a klutz or whatever. She actually can help. So there's definitely growth in both of them. The weird thing is they do have like a kiss moment at the end of the series. It was a little awkward and weird. Yeah, I'm not really sure what direction they want to go if there is second season, but that was just a little weird thing. There is a lot of characters, and that's also another downfall. Too many characters to keep up with, and to be honest, the only 2 characters you really fall in love with is Boxel and Lamis. Maybe 1 or 2 other characters like Mr. Bear who reoccurs just because they're cute, but that's really about it. So out of 10, I'm still going to give this one a 7.5. I might be a little biased because I've actually kept up with light novel, manga, and now anime, but 7.5. Go check it out. It is on Crunchyroll, both sub and dub. Give some love to them. Thank you guys so much for watching me review this. If you haven't done so by now, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.